Hello everyone, my name is Wendy and Daniel, and the environment that I will be implementing the Docker Hackathon on is a security testing environment. So it runs security testing tools and has various application servers, and the features that we will be using from Docker 1.12 are Swarm services and the Docker CA. Our project objective is linked to the type of work we do. Our problem is that we have an Nginx web proxy server hosted in the container. It has no HTTPS attack surface. So our hack will be to provide authentication before transmission of information and through HTTPS TLS and create the Swarm CA. Our second problem is that the existing Nginx web proxy does not have a proper technical plan to meet the availability requirements that are coming down the pipe through the SLA. We will use Swarm to route and link nodes to achieve this objective. The proxy service currently uses multiple authentication intermediaries, which must not be affected by the changes we make for this hack. We also want to move towards implementing HTTP2 and gRPC for further security testing. We started off with version 1.11, which had to be upgraded to 1.12, downloaded the tar archive and proceeded from there. Assuming that the Docker daemon is running without any problems, we can now proceed to create the swarm, run Docker Swarm init, and observe the assets that we acquire through this change. A good practice once a swarm is created is to inspect the swarm and observe its properties. Noteworthy on this slide is the secret that is used to make changes on the swarm. Here is the location of the swarm CA key and the swarm node key, which are important assets for our project. The swarm node key is used for TLS signing and encryption within the Docker control plane. It's now time to bring back our images from the safe storage location. As you can see, we have a number of images which are all associated with containers. Now that we have set up our CA, it is time to generate a RTLS cert for the web proxy service. It must be noted that this certificate belongs to the node that is front-ending this, and so the decryption and signing keys need to be transferred to the container. Here we dive into the configuration of the Nginx server. We use high ciphers and TLS 1.2. This command, when it is run, represents the container and the image that will support our web service. We run it, test all the scenarios, document it, create a Docker file, and then commit. Here's our hack. We now create the service. The service has a name. It will have a container be associated with our image, and all expected services will be started up. Here are the results of our hack. Note the ports that are mapped for the container and the service that is running. Yes, the ps-a command shows that you can run your service as well as multiple other containers that are associated with this physical box. Here's evidence of our service again with our famous inspection command. So you can examine all aspects of the service here. This gives an idea of the extensions associated with the Swarm root CA cert. Did we achieve our outcome? Yes, we did. We have service availability, we have transport confidentiality and segregation of services. Here is evidence of what our final pages look like. They look lean and mean, but it gives an idea of what is behind the web. Important to note here is that there is a disconnect between the CRL at the application layer within the proxy and the CRL at the control plane for the Docker services. There should be some communication between the two. Thank you very much. It has been very enjoyable presenting this.